Danny here. It's my live time to chat with you. Yeah. I am super excited to be live with you guys again because last time I went live, it was super fun. There were a ton of people and we had a lot of fun doing like questions and answers. And I'm sorry the lighting always seems to like come in and out. So I apologize on that. Also, we are about to get a really big storm. So if I all of a sudden like go away, it's because my power probably went out. So how is everybody doing? How are you? Hi, Miriam. Hi. Hello. Hi, Christy. Hi, Ashley. How's everyone doing today? Is it storming by anybody else? Well, thank you. I took a shower yesterday, and then today it looked really bad, so I'm like, I have a live show. I need to do something with my hair. So I quick curled it and was like, boom, here you go. By the way, for those of you who watched my hard seltzer video thing, I just found these. They're called Truly Lemonade hard seltzers. These are good. Like, really good. No storms, 97. It is super hot by us too. It's like in the 80s, but it's like super muggy. Like super muggy. It's gross. It's really gross. Okay. Angie, did you seriously, like, is it the middle of the night by you? Like, you are such a trooper. I need to, like, give you mad props. Like, what time is it by you right now? Honestly. It's like, no, is it 10 o'clock? It should be like 6 hours ahead for you, right? Oh my gosh. Ooh, Ashley made some lemonade. Yep. It's only 10. Okay, I feel better about that. So maybe like a 3 p.m. would be even better for you in the future. Because I know we got a lot of people around the world. I know Scott and Nell, Scott and Nell are from a channel called Gunpowder Fiction and Plot, and we've been doing a buddy read this month. And they live in Australia, and they are 15 hours ahead of me. So we don't like try to find a specific time to chat. But it's funny because I'll like wake up in the morning and they'll have like a full conversation, and then like I'll leave something for them, and then it's like their next day. So it's really funny. We just finished the picture of Dorian Gray, which was so good. It was a really fantastic buddy read. And then Christy, you and I actually did a buddy read as well for The Vile Village, which was really good. That book, I forgot about so many pieces of that book that in rereading it, I was like, kept like doing these like shock moments, like, what? When did that happen? Like, I don't remember this at all. So I'm really excited for the next couple of books because I know they're going to be just as shocking. I've read all of them, but I couldn't tell you anything about the rest of them at this point. So, oh my gosh. So Christy, the vlog. So in the beginning of the vlog, it's going as normal, whatever. And then I finish the rest of the book and I go outside to film, and it was like mad chaos. The dog kills a bird or tries to kill a bird. The bird got away. I don't know if it died somewhere else, but it got away. There's people yelling. I mean, there's never anyone outside. I mean, there's people outside, but they're all like me, where they're quiet. Your noise stays in your yard. But these people were so loud. And then it was like Mosquito City. It was the worst. Like, I couldn't even, and in playback, like when I'm watching it in playback, I can see like there's one just like going like just all over my forehead. And I got bit on my forehead. I mean, I've got bites everywhere. It's so ridiculous. Like, and the fault is on my fiance because he likes to cut the grass. He doesn't like to cut the grass very short. So because the grass is longer, there is more potential for mosquitoes to thrive. And they love me so much. Oh, it's ridiculous. So anywho, if you have any like, hey, Danny, Answer this question for me. I don't mind. We can make this a Q&A. My thoughts today were to come on and kind of talk a little bit about the recommendations that I got in my earlier video where I asked for subscriber recommendations for August. And I feel really successful in the fact that I might actually get access to a lot of these books. My library actually just set up for holds, and you can set up an appointment to go in and pick up your holds, which is similar to curbside pickup, but a little different, I guess. So I'm really excited. I have a bunch that I have on hold. I was going to go there this weekend, but I biffed on the hours. I thought they were open at later and they weren't. So now I have to call tomorrow and try to make my appointments, pick up my holds, and I've got a lot of really good stuff. So I'm really excited. But yeah, so I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. My friends in the future. Angie, that's so funny. That's a really good way to put it. Oh. Okay, so let's talk about the recommendations that I got. So I'm going to pull up that video because you guys, you were so awesome. So many awesome recommendations. And the thing that I really loved about it is there are a lot of books that I haven't heard of in genres that I don't typically read. So thank you so much for all of the amazing recommendations. So I'm going to jump in there right now and so we can kind of go through. And then I've written down several that I actually can access. So let me pop in there. Yeah, curbside pickup has been a blessing for sure. And, you know, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but, you know, prior to COVID, I feel like libraries were struggling. Like libraries were struggling to keep patrons and, or were struggling to like prove that people were using them and all these things. And I think if anything during COVID, like it has been proven that people want their libraries and we need our libraries. So I hope if at any time you have any power to help keep your library running and keep your library accessible to the public, definitely make sure you're doing what you can, because I know that through this whole process, my library has been phenomenal. So I'm very, very excited to be a constant patron at my local library. So definitely, if you guys have any way of helping in any capacity, definitely do that. Okay, so let's take a look. What video am I looking for, Danny? Where did I do that? Oh, no. Oh, it was in my birthday one. That's right. No, shush, no. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to run through these little guys here. Yeah, I mean, some libraries aren't open yet. Yeah, you know, Sarah, that's so true. Like stores are open, but you can't go to the library. Just doesn't make sense. And our library now has open, like I said, it's open for appointment only, like to pick up holds. But then you can also make an appointment to use the computers. You can make an appointment to use the like scanning and copying and printers. You can make an appointment to meet with there's at our library, we have some consultants. So you can make appointments for that. I just don't. My library is right next to our metro bus station, so we get a lot of transient people there. So I'm wondering if they've just made a decision because there's a lot of loitering in our library, like a lot of loitering. So I wonder if that's maybe why they're pausing in our area. But it sounds like it's not uncommon. Like it sounds like all libraries are still closed. So I don't know. But every time I've gone to the library, it just seems like there's just a lot of people there that aren't using the library the way I would assume that they would use a library. So, let's see. Sorry, it's so weird to be like live because like I'm talking and then you guys are talking, but I have to like read through them. So I apologize if I'm missing anything. Oh, hi, Monique. Yay! Hi, Laura. Yes. Okay. So let's go. I believe this is. Yes. 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 Oh, and by the way, Christy, your suggestion on doing a vlog for all of the recommendations, I'm totally doing that. That is such a great idea. So thank you so much. I think that'll be super fun. I'll have to be super cautious on how long I spend on each book, because chances are I'll have at least 10 books here. So I don't want the vlog to be like, 20 years long. So I will have to be really strategic on that. But I think that's such a great idea, because then you can really see, what my thoughts were on all of the books that you recommended. So that's super awesome. I'm excited about that. So thank you so much for that suggestion. That was awesome. Okay, so let's see here. So Melissa and her books recommended Where the Crawdads Sing. And I have been wanting to read that book for a really long time. I checked for it in my library. I checked for it on my Hoopla, which is my library's audio book thing. And I couldn't find it. At the library, there were so many holes on it. And I've tried that Libby app, and I just don't understand that enough to try to figure out how that works. Plus, I really want to read that book with my book club. So I think I'm going to hold on that until next year. But thank you so much, Melissa, for recommending that, because I have heard very good things. So thank you for that. Lazy Owl, they recommended Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, and I really do like Neil Gaiman. I read a book of his earlier in the year, at the end of last year. It was the Graveyard Book, and that was pretty good. And I did find Neverwhere on the Hoopla account, so the audiobook. So I will be probably checking into that one for audio. So that'll definitely make the list. I'm excited about that. That'll be a nice, easy audiobook for me to read. So thank you, Lazy Owl. Oh, let's see here. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Noah, at everyone who reads It Must Converse, Noah, you are, 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. That sounds like a really long, hard book to read. And I don't know if I'm ready to read that book during this month. So I'm going to pause on that book, and I will read it at another time. In fact, Noah, if you have read that and you would like to reread it, I would be more than happy to do a buddy read. Would you like to do a buddy read on that? If you're watching this, let me know. Yeah, has anyone read 100 Years of Solitude? Because it sounds really sad. Okay. Yeah, it would be good. Sarah, you liked Crawdads? Good. Blah, blah, blah. What am I reading? Okay. Yes, Christy, he's all about the hard books. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the books he's read, I have read, but I've read in classroom settings. So you have that dependability of your whole class being like, yeah, that's what you're thinking is right. So yeah, I would love to do a buddy read with him. That would be awesome. Hey, Timmy. Emma from Emma Reads has a book. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Bookish Raider says it's good. Okay. Well, I'll have to think about it. Hi, Tony. Laura, you're afraid of 100 years? Me too. Me too. I'm just I don't know, Noah. I'll buddy read with it. I'll buddy read it. Okay. So Linda from Linda's World of Books, she recommended The Serpent King. And I did find that at my library in a physical format. So I did place that on a hold. So I don't think it's there yet, but I did place a hold on it. So I should be able to get access to that. So that's one that I'll be picking up. Thank you, Linda. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. Here's Christy's. Speaking of another hard book, Danny, why don't you read Crime and Punishment? Sounds good, Christy. Not during this one. I will definitely read it though, because it is your favorite book. And if you say that it's a good book and it's your favorite book, then it's got to be good. I have actually, oddly enough, I have not had to read Crime and Punishment. But I did just recently, and you guys are going to wobble a little bit because I'm going to pull a book out of these stacks that I've got you stuck on. But Christy, have you read this one, The House of Dead and Poor Folk by Dostoevsky? I've never even heard of this one, but I picked it up because of you. And I was thinking about reading it. So maybe our next buddy read can be a Dostoevsky, since that's your man, that's your bro, or whatever, your favorite person. I don't know, favorite author. Duh. Okay. Sarah wants to read Crime and Punishment. Maybe we need to do a read along. There's an idea. Okay. Hi, Pamela. Pamela. Do you go by Pam or Pamela? That's how I gotta like Pamela. You commented on something. Okay, so everyone knows something is going on in YouTube world, because for a really long time, for like a month and a half, we were not getting notifications on any comments on any of our videos. The only notifications we were getting were if we got a like or a heart from comments we were making on other people's videos. So anytime someone would comment on one of our videos, we would not get the notification. We literally had to go into our studio, which is where we kind of run all of the background stuff, and hook up to our comments, and then there's where all of our comments were. So Pamela, you had commented a little over a week ago on something, and I could see it in my notifications on my mobile, but when I would click on it because it was longer and I needed to open it to be able to read it, it's gone. It's just disappeared. I went into my comments to look for it, it's gone. So I saw the beginning of your comment. So unless you may have went in and deleted it yourself, I have no idea what the rest of it is. I am not ignoring you, or I can't even comment on it, because when I click on it takes me to the video, but then it's not in the video. So I just wanted to let you know I was not ignoring you, but for some reason something in YouTube land is messed up. So yes. Let's see. Yes. Oh, classics are so good. Well, awesome. Yes, let's plan on that. Let's plan on a buddy read for our friend there. Either Pam, never Pammy. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Mary. Oh my gosh, Mary, are you gonna read London? Are you gonna catch up to us? We're in like, gosh, I don't even have it in here because we are reading it later. Well, I think we're skipping this week, but we're into like the 600s. But yeah, London. Woo-hoo. Oh, you think YouTube made the comments disappear? Yeah. I don't know. It's so weird because it would I would try to click on it to like open it up so I could see the rest of it, and then it didn't. And then I tried to click on it so I could comment on it and say, hey, I'm really sorry I couldn't see the rest of this comment, and it won't even let me do that. So I don't know. They've been updating a lot of things, I've noticed. So it might just be that some of them are glitches there. So anyways, moving on. Oh, Jeanette. So Jeanette, her recommendation was Gift from the Sea by Anne Morrow. And this is a nonfiction or essays. And I believe also, as I scroll through here, Tanya from The Sampler Girl, she also recommended this. So I was for sure going to make sure that I found that one. And that I did find at my library in the physical book format. And I did put that on my holds. And I think in the email, I think that was one of them that was ready for me to pick up. So I'll definitely be looking at that. And then for everyone that's in here, just so you know, I will still be doing my normal TBR. So you'll be able to see all of these, selections once I have all of them. But I thought this would just be a fun kind of live chat. You can kind of see my thought process and how I go through and figure out my stuff. And plus, I mean, who doesn't want to live chat with Danny? I know I do. I do it all the time. Hey, what you gonna eat now? I don't know. I'm not that hungry, but chips and salsa sound good. Oh, yeah, I guess. It's kind of messy. Well, yeah, but it's still good. Well, there's ice cream in the refrigerator. You don't even like ice cream. Well, no, I don't. But I'm just hungry. I want something quick. Why do you have to be so sassy? Anywho, so for Emily at Novel Novels, she and I talk on Instagram. So she didn't recommend in the chat, if you're kind of looking in that or in the comments here, but she on Instagram, she recommended 2 books, and I can't remember what the other one was, but the one was Flatshare, which my good friend Laura is actually going to be lending to me. So I'll be able to read that as well. So I'm really excited because that one looks good. If you remember when I was at Laura's house and I was going through her shelves, that was one of the books that I pulled out because I've been hearing so much about it, but I can't get access to it. Like, they don't have it at my libraries. They don't have it in my audiobooks. I could get it off of the interwebs, but I'm not paying full price for a book. You guys know me too well. I do not pay full price for a book. Okay, so Berna over at Berna's Bookish Adventures. Oh, I must not have picked this one up when I was going through here because I don't remember this one, but she said I would recommend Wonder by R.J. Is it Palacio? I might have to look at that one. I need a piece of paper and a pen. Well, it's here. I'm gonna have to look at that one because I don't remember seeing that before. That must have been hidden. And then Victoria over at A Musical Bookworm, she recommended A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Backman. And I have already read that, and it is so good. If you have not yet read that book, A Man Called Uwe, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. So basically what it's about this older gentleman who has recently lost his wife, and he's basically like, yep, I'm done with life, and he starts to try to commit suicide. At the same time, this new family moves into the tenants that he lives in. It's based in like Sweden, so it's all very close living. And he gets caught in the act a couple times, and it's a story about like friendship. You see a lot of flashbacks to his life, and it's from like his childhood, from like when he's 10 all the way through till now, and it kind of just shows like his upbringing and how he met his wife and their trials and this new family. And he's just like a curmudgeon. I think it literally says curmudgeon on the back of the book, but it's so good. It is literally probably my favorite Backman book, followed shortly by My Grandmother Told Me to Tell You She's Sorry, which was also very good. It's such great writing as well. Now, a lot of people like Beartown, which is another book that he wrote, and I just did not like that book. I just had a real problem with that book. Now, the writing's still fantastic. He does a fantastic job. But overall, I was just like, I'm not reading that. The second one. There's a Us Against Them, I think, is the second one. It's a duology. I'm not reading it. Sorry. Ooh, time for Laura over at the Book Bubbler. You know, Laura, you should do a video or something, or just mention it in your next one, or save it for your Q&A. But where did Book Bubbler come from? I always wonder that, like people's channels names, like where did that come from? You know? Oh, I feel like I've missed like a ton of questions because all of a sudden I looked over and like nothing is familiar. Oh gosh, here we go. I did. I've missed a lot. I'm so sorry. See, I got lost in a tangent over here, and now I've realized, like, oh, goodness gracious me, Lordy. Oh, I'm really far behind. I'm so sorry. Oh, my gosh. Okay, here we go. Back to Pam. Okay. Okay, so Chris, yeah, if Sarah, yeah, let's do it. Let's do a read along. Monique, buddy read, yeah, absolutely. I try to like limit my buddy reads to like 2, and I always end up doing 3. I usually do 2, and this month I end up doing 3, but it's been working out great. So, ooh, bookmarks and breadsticks, yeah. You know, Timmy, I do. I look at that spam, and I haven't gotten nearly as much spam as I used to. I know Laura from Book Bubbler, her comments would go in my spam folder like constantly when we first started talking. It was hilarious. Oh, I've inspired you to do your channel. That's so nice. I'm so small. I don't know how I inspire anybody. Oh, it looks like we're going to be doing a buddy read, A Crime and Punishment up in her. Okay. Angie. You know, sometimes I say Ange, and then sometimes I say Angie. Cause I'm like, no, is it Ange with an E or Angie with an E? I never think about it because I just like, I think when I watch your videos, I'm not even thinking about it while you're doing the intro because I'm like, I know my brain is like, you know this already. And then I look at it and I'm like, I think it's Angie with an E. And then I think Ange because my sister-in-law's name is Ange. So yeah. Ooh, I got some Unloved Wonder. I might have to look into that one. Oh, it just skipped. Where's my stuff? Okay. Mini me. There you go. Get her reading something good. Oh, Sarah, you didn't like? Oh my gosh, you didn't like that one? Man Called Ove. Why didn't you like it? I want to know. I don't know if it's unpopular. I feel like I have heard that before. Hi, Victoria. Yes, Anxious People. That cover. Okay, so here's the thing with Frederick Backman too, or Bachman, or Backman, whatever. Frederick, whatever. FB. His like covers are so unique because the people are never like looking right on. They're always like it's always their backs. And this Anxious People, it's really nice. It's like a yellow cover. It's 2 people, but they're more like character people, and it's the backs of their heads again. I love that. And yeah, you DNF Beartown. I had to read it for my book club, and I hated it. Like, I was reading, and I'm like, I hate this book. I don't want to read this anymore. But I just got through it. I was like, I just gotta finish it. Oh, okay. Yep, Christy, get it going. Get it going for us, girl. We'll do it. Do it. Oh, looks like 2 non-fans of Backman. That's okay. That's okay. We all have our own opinions. Don't be afraid. Share them. I feel like I'm shouting. Okay. Sorry. I feel like I'm just like, I should be talking while I'm trying to read, but I can't really do 2 things at once. Yeah. Yeah, Laura. So Laura has Voxer, Christy. That might help too. Sorry if I just outed you in your Voxerness, but I know you're not on Instagram too much. Oh, and your Anne's. Okay, I'm just gonna call you late for dinner. I'm kidding. By the way, too, for anyone that tries to find me on Twitter, like, I'm on Twitter, but I literally just go on Twitter to see if anyone has sent me a message, and that's it. I don't look at Twitter. I feel like Twitter is a very toxic place. So if you send me a message, it might just be a couple days. I think I check it like once every 2 days. You can pretty much find me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram several times a day. So feel free to pop a message on there. Sarah, I might have to do a reread of that and think on that. Like maybe my first read through, I just wasn't seeing those things, but thank you for pointing that out. I might have to do a reread of that. Oh, Sarah, I'll have to find you on Instagram. Okay, so I think I got through those comments there. Okay, so then Laura from Book Bubbler, she has some recommendations here. She recommended a start of a Nora Roberts trilogy, which is such a great recommendation because I haven't read Nora Roberts in a while, and I used to just devour Nora Roberts series. Like I used to just, every time they came out, I would get them and I would read them. So you recommended the Greek one for me few years ago. So I found the first one of that. It's like about mermaids or something. So like, yeah, let me read that. It's called Stars of Fortune. So I think I did find that. I was able to place it on hold, so I will be able to pick that one up from my library. Thank you. And then because I love Virginia Woolf, you recommended To the Lighthouse, which I found on my audio version. So I flagged that for my audiobook, which is awesome. And then, of course, because I love Abby Waxman, you recommended A Garden of Small Beginnings, and they did have that at my library, and I placed it on hold, and I did have it. So that is available for me there. And then, of course, the Winston Brothers book. So depending on where I get with my audios, I will start the next one as soon as I can. So thank you for those great recommendations. I'm excited. I'm really excited for To the Lighthouse because I haven't been able to get too far into Wolf, and I wanted to read her this past month, and I just didn't end up getting to it. You guys, making videos for every day of the month is crazy. Like, it takes up so much of your time that, like, I haven't been able to read anything. So it's been crazy. I've dedicated most of my time to my buddy reads and my book club read. So those are primarily the only books that I was able to finish this month. So, sorry. Let's see. I got some recommendations that I didn't quite hear of, and I have to look a little bit more into them. From Erica. She mentioned the Disney books too, which I've read a few of them. Part of Your World I didn't like, and then there was another one, the Lost in a Book, which was decent. So I have read some of those. But hers was Until Tomorrow, Mr. Marsworth by Sheila O'Connor. It's a middle grade. I want to find that one because that one should be like a quicker read, like something I can kind of get through pretty quickly. So I want to find that one. And then this other one, All Systems Red, Murderbot Diaries by Martha Wells. It's the start of a series. I'd like to try to find that one too. I couldn't find it in my library, but I think I might have just typed it in wrong. So I might have to look through the author. So I'll be looking for that one too because it sounded really interesting. Then Ramsey over at Rajathon, he suggested The Magic Casement by Dave Duncan, and I could not find it in my library. Like, nothing was coming up. And so I looked in my Hoopla, which is my audio or my digital library, through the library, and and see, these are the things that I cut out in my normal videos of me not being able to speak. But I was able to find it in an ebook version. So I will be looking into that. It doesn't look like it's very long, so I'll be able to get through it pretty quickly. So that'll be nice. Let's see here. Oh, and then, so there was a subscriber who mentioned a book that I couldn't find anywhere. Holly P said she would recommend Jane's Melody by Ryan Winfield. I couldn't find it at all. So I'm going to have to look up Ryan Winfield on Goodreads and just see if maybe the title's missing some words or something, because I couldn't find it anywhere. So I thought that was interesting. So I'll have to look into that again. Angie, you just said you should just do a mood read because you're a huge mood reader. But you and I are actually going to be doing a buddy read of North and South in August. So that's your recommendation. And then, yep, here's Tanya from Sampler Girl recommending The Gift from the Sea by the Anne Morrow, and that was on my list, so that's super awesome. Kayla from Books with Kayla, she recommended A Woman Is No Man by, I think it's Half Rum, and that one I was able to find on audiobook, so I'm going to add that to my audiobooks for next month as well. And then Literary Labors, she recommended The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa, and I found that on audiobook, which she recommended. She said, I highly recommend that you do it in audiobook. So I found it on audiobook, which I'm super excited about, because if someone recommends you a book and they say to read it in a certain format, you definitely should probably do that because there's a reason. So that was exciting. Oh yeah, and Timmy, you said your birthday was in July, so happy birthday to you. And that's all the recommendations. So, I mean, basically, I'll make a TBR for all of this, but it looks like there's like 3, and then there's 5, so 8, 9, like 9 books here. So, I mean, that's a pretty good amount. I also will have my my book for my book club, so I'll actually have 10 books in all. I want to try to keep it limited to that because, as you all have been seeing, I've been really not doing very well on reading all the books on my TBR. So I want to try to keep it smaller because, yeah, this month was a little different because of the amount of time I had to take with making and editing and videos. It's a lot of time and effort to make videos. So yeah. Okay, I've missed a ton of comments over here now already. Okay. Where are we? Oh, here we are. Okay. So Christy, let's use Instagram to figure out the details since Danny is there. Yay. Yeah, anyone else that wants to do Crime and Punishment, not in August. Let's do it in September. Yeah, that would be fun. Depends on the reading pace. Look at all these people up for Crime and Punishment. That's gonna be so cool. The Waterfire Saga, yes. So Jennifer Donnelly, she also does. Didn't she do? Is that the one where it's like deep blue? It's like mermaids or something. My future stepdaughter, she read all of those and loved them. Yeah, mermaid series. Yep. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay, so you're gonna do an Instagram group. Awesome. Yes, Victoria. It's like I have to like film them all on the weekend because I have a full-time job. So it's not like I work on this every day. Like I have to like do a mass filming and then try to like edit them every night because the filming takes a long time and then each night I have to film. And as we all know, for us creators, it's the editing takes however long. Then for my program, it has to render in there, which it takes as long as the video is to render. And then you have to upload it into YouTube. You have to create the thumb. I mean, it is a full-time job. It really is. Yeah. Hi, Jeanette. Hello. Yes, the reading rush. You know, it's so funny. I've been seeing those vlogs and everyone's videos so much this month, and I'm like, I didn't even know the reading rush was happening until it was happening. So I'm happy that this is my first year in BookTube. So it's like I'm seeing all these things and I'm like picking and choosing what I want to do for next year. So I feel like for new BookTubers, like the first year is like your trial run. Like, okay, how many buddy reads am I going to do? How many read-alongs am I going to do? How many books am I going to read for myself? like, what kind of videos am I going to make? So it's like next year, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to get real tactical about this. And I'm going to be like, limit myself to this, this, and this. And I'm only going to do this over here. And this is what I'm going to pick over here. So it'll be really interesting to see like what my January goals video will be like, because last year was like, I hope I can get to 100 subscribers. And now here I'm sitting with over 300, which is phenomenal. And I'm thinking in my head, like, ooh, how many can I get by the end of the year? Because I mean, I'm just so excited to continue to grow and continue to talk to more people. It's just so much fun. But it's funny how your expectations just consistently get like blown away. It's so awesome. So yeah, I don't know why I went into that, but the story girl. Ooh. Oh, hello. Literary Neighbors is here. Yes, I am. I'm going to definitely, you were the first comment that I was like, I'm going to see if I have that in audiobook. And I looked it up and it was right there and I was like, yes. Because anytime someone says, listen to it on audio, like, I'm like, yes. Because so I don't know if anyone remembers from me in the beginning, like back in November, I was listening to an audiobook and I was having a really hard time comprehending. And I was feeling kind of like sad about it because I was watching all these other booktubers and they were crushing, their book amounts each month because they had so many audiobooks. And I'm like, gosh, I have a half an hour commute to work every day back, so it's a full hour. I could be reading so many books via audio, but I was just not comprehending anything. And I'm like, this is never going to work for me. Like, I'm just not an audio learner. Well, it was a little bit through, I don't remember what book it was where I decided, I'm like, I'm gonna change the speed on this because I feel like this. Oh, you know what it was? It was the very first Beard book, the Penny Reed books. It was Truth or Beard. And the way they were talking, I was like, this is so slow. Like, why are they talking so slow? So I'm like, there's got to be some way I can fix this. Like, I thought it was something wrong with the program. So I open it up and you can change the playback speed. So I changed to the next one. I was like, that still seems slow to me. I changed to the next one. I'm like, that one still seems slow to me. And I changed it to like 1.5 or 1.75. And ever since I changed the speed to a higher speed, it's like I can hear everything. Like, I am actually comprehending everything they're saying. I'm just so ecstatic that I figured that out because I have read so many books now through audiobooks, and especially these Lunar Chronicle books that I've been listening to. They are so good in audio format. I just love them. So I'm really happy that I changed that because I just thought that I was going to be a failure at audiobooks. Like, I just was not going to work for me. And as soon as I changed the playback, now I've just been like reading books like nobody's business on audio. It's been fantastic. So if you are trying to get in audiobooks and you're like, I'm not comprehending things, just try to change the playback speed. It helps a lot. So yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, bookmarks and breadsticks. You've mentioned that before, that you don't make TBRs. I think because I'm such an A personality, like, I need to have like a list of whatever I'm going to read, and I deviate from it a little bit, but like, I mood read within my TBR, which is really funny. Oh yeah, I'm missing a lot here. Okay. Oh my gosh, Sarah, when I just read your comment, I thought you said I make bras and then I break them. And then I'm like, no, it's TBRs, not bras. Oh my gosh. Hey, Scott or Nell or both? Gosh, what time is it by you? 15 hours. I don't even do the math. I don't know. Was it morning time? Hey. Okay, let's see here. Our friends from the future. It is. It's Monday for them. Yes, Monday morning. Oh, you have to leave for work. Oh, nice. Oh, good. I'm going to be opening Instagram to a nice little chat. I'm excited. Yeah, Victoria, seasonal TBRs are really interesting. You know who else has a really interesting way of doing TBRs? If anyone watches Kim over at Paper Traveler, she has been doing TBRs based on elements. So she did like water, air, fire, earth. Are there 5? I think there's a 5th one I'm missing. But anywho, she did that. So like all of her TBRs, like, so if it was water, like it would have like some kind of water on the cover. So I thought that was a really interesting way of doing a TBR. Also, like, okay, so I think this is more for, and correct me if I'm wrong, all of my British friends, but so am I just a total dork, or I don't even know how to say this, but like, it seems like my UK friends use the word autumnal for like the fall season. Like, this is my autumnal TBR. So they're like all these fall books or autumn books, but like autumnal. And I'm like, I've never used that word before. I have never heard that word. Autumnal. Like, I feel like I'm gonna go into like the tumble, thing in the dryer, like autumnal. Is that right? Am I saying that right? Autumnal. Whatever. That's a way to do a TBR, an autumnal TBR of all of your fallish books. Oh my gosh. I think I first heard that on Lauren and the Books, and I was like, is that just a UK thing? Like, is that a word that they use over there that I'm just not aware of? Or am I just a total dummy? I have these degrees in English and I don't know words. I also make a lot of words up. Laura can attest to that. Like, I make a lot of words up. And I'm aware of it. Ooh, congratulations on 79. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, so Victoria, see if you change the speed, your mind will, because that's what would happen to me. I would be driving and then like my mind would go way over here thinking about something else, and then all of a sudden I'd be like, oh my gosh, what's happened in the book? I don't even, and then I'm like, I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, so 2 times speed is quite fast. But I'm at 1.75 for most things. It depends, like for the Beard books. So the Penny Reed Winston Brothers trilogy, or it's not a trilogy, there's like 8 of the books. But I can't put it on a really high speed because the male reader I can do in a fast speed because he talks slower. But when it goes to the woman and I'm in a high speed, it's like I'm like, whoa, lady, bring it back a notch. Yeah. So yeah, Angie, my fiance does too. He comes in, he's like, are you listening to Chippendale? Like, why is that so fast? Yeah, I'm always going back and forth in audiobooks. Heart. Oh, so okay, Captain Planet was the best ever. Because when all of our powers are combined, we are Captain Planet. I think that's what the words are. Speaking of which, thank you to everyone who gave me the lyrics to my Golden Girls song, because, yeah, I didn't know those lyrics. So thank you for wrapping up your love in a card and sending it to me. Oh, yay. Oh, Monique asked a question. How many of you have your August TBR month to read ready, and how many? Well, mine's right here, and I think it's like 10 books. So I'm ready to go. Okay, see, Christy, that's what I say. Shakespeare created a bunch of words. He just made up words all the time. And you know what? I can make words all the time too, because that's just the way it is. Ooh, 15 on yours. Wow. Oh, Pam, that's a good one. All About Americana. That's really neat. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. So you wrote a book set in each region of the U.S. That's awesome. Yes, Sarah, some narrators, they talk so slow. It's like, why are you talking so slow? Why? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, well, it's almost 5 o'clock. I usually try to keep these to an hour or less, but any other questions, comments, things you'd like to talk to me live about? I'm excited about my recommendations. Like I said, I'm going to put together a TBR on here. So thank you to everyone who has recommended me, many of which are in this group chat right now. It sounds like several of us are going to be doing a buddy read of Crime and Punishment. So if you are interested in that, head over to Instagram and send me a message and I will add you to that. Like I said, I think that's going to be for September. So for September, because I know that I won't be able to read it in August. I will have to wait till September. September. And Christy, remember in September, how many times can Danny say September? My book club is reading Rebecca. So I think you wanted to get on that as well. So we have that as well. Now how many times can Danny say as well? As well. Okay. September sounds great. Good. Okay. Everyone good then? Okay. Well, it sounds and looking like everyone's paused there. So thank you all so very much for joining me today. I love when you guys are active with me. So to see your smiling emoji faces here is just perfect. Thank you so much. Love chatting. I think I'm gonna try to do more of these live chats, maybe once a month. I never really know when I'm going to do them, so I won't like schedule a specific day, but just so you all know, like it seems like everyone has a good time during these, so I'll try to get like a theme every month and we'll do like a live show. And I think that would be super fun. So stay tuned for all of that. And if you have ideas of what you would like to do for a live show, just let me know. Again, through Instagram is how you can kind of connect with me. Or if you put it in a comment, I read every comment that comes through on my channel and I respond to every comment as well. So if you're just like randomly, no matter what the video is, and you're like, Danny, ooh, for your next live show, do this. I definitely write those down. So thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. This experience on BookTube has been so much more than I ever thought it would be. The friends that I've met here, it's amazing. And especially during such a critical time in our history, to be making friends across the world and just experiencing those together and having that and having the people to talk to, and you know, everyone being so supportive and friendly and really just enjoying things that you enjoy that you can't talk to people that you physically see every day about. This has been an experience that I will never forget. And I just really appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much for being here with me. And I hope that I can continue to grow and continue to be this close with all of you for the whole time I'm on YouTube. So thank you so much. I'll go ahead and leave it there. And I hope you are all reading something great, taking care, and staying safe. And until next time, guys, you know how it goes. Happy reading. Bye. And now I have to do this thing where I have to end the stream. So bye.